Good afternoon, sir. I have a quick question on what we as Hindus can learn from the Christian model. In terms of seminaries, is there something that we can replicate which will get us a lot more better at what we do and get our message out there?
Yeah, I mean, I've always said that the equivalent of a Christian seminary is something we Hindus should have. Now, we have in Siddhabari, Chinmay Mission has where they train Swamis, and in Annai Katti's Swami Dayanand Saraswati has, an organization where they train Swamis. So like this, in Ahmedabad, the Swami Narayan people have. Everybody who has to do teacher training has some kind of an academy. Now, the difference is that the seminaries are very sophisticated. Seminaries do comparative religion. They do Purva Paksh of others. In the Princeton Theological Seminary, they have a dozen or more scholars who are expert in Hinduism. Somebody is expert on Dalit, somebody expert on Tamil Shaivisms, and how to read, understand, how to make friends with the various kinds of Hindus, how to bring them down, how to make them laugh, how to make them cry. They know how to do that because they're scholars. We don't have in our matthas a comparative religion. So one of the problems I'm raising here is we stop doing Purva Paksh of the others because we don't have such institutions. It is a job of such institutions to have done the Purva Paksh I'm doing. As an independent thinker, there should have been a lot of institutions in our country where the Hindu equivalent of a seminary, where we should have been doing Purva Paksh of all kind of people, what they're doing, what they're saying, what's our response, and educating our people. That intellectual corpus does not exist. This is neither in the political organizations nor in the religious organizations. We don't have that. We have quick. People will just read a few pages and put out a blog and become the big intellectual. We have a lot of those guys. Quick copycat, but it requires tapasya. To really do it properly, you need people who are in it as a full-time life. They have to say, this is my life from now on. It cannot be that on weekends and once in a while I put this out to show off. So that dedication we do not have. And we do not have the institutional mechanisms. We need that. So I'm glad you
May I just also ask a couple other questions, if that's okay?
Quick.
Yes, sure. It's not just at the intellectual level, but even at the very laukika level when it comes to, let's say, tsunami relief. The church is so much more proactive than, let's say, Tirumala Devasthanam.
Yes.
That is one thing. And secondly, somehow as a culture, when it comes to innovation and thinking original, we seem to have lost our sheen, and that is kind of manifesting even in industries.
Absolutely.
And the result is, I guess, a lot of the beauty about what you've taught us and what you've been sharing with the world is that it's authentic in its nature, and that's why it really works. But that clearly comes out of the 25 years of tapasya that you've done.
Yes.
So what is the equivalent of that, let's say, in getting, is that something that we can do when it's similar to that, which will help us?
See, the thing is, you have to have people who really are willing to sacrifice. You're sacrificing, and I can't impose on other people to change their lifestyle. I was lucky I had a guru who transformed me. So from that moment onwards, I am not chasing all those same things I used to be. So the moment you decide to put a 100%, 200% of everything you got into this, and you're into it full time, then your tapasya starts. So this is something, and I would say people who are Swamis, I've already made that decision because they've already decided to sacrifice everything for that. So I think a high potential for me to recruit people would be to go to these spiritual organizations, these different Hindu organizations, ashrams and matthas and all that, and catch hold of the young people who got a good modern education also, because they have the education and they also have committed their life to it. Now, if I can get them ahead more than just the teaching of that mattha or that particular parampara and sampradaya, I'm giving them some additional thing. That is what I'm trying to do. So for me to do that, I don't want to start, I'm not a guru who's going to start his own organization. I would like to go to the existing gurus and add one course I can teach. For that, they have to welcome me without be feeling threatened. They shouldn't feel that I'm an outsider teaching their students, and maybe they will think that they're inadequate and I know something. I have to convince them that I'm not a threat. I'm here not to steal your people. I'm here to I don't want money also. I just want to come and teach your people one other subject which I have expertise in, so it doesn't get lost after me. That's all I want to do. So I'm looking for invitations from good, solid Hindu organizations to go and teach a course. Individual. Because you may come from poor parents and make it rich. You may come from rich parents and be poor. Doesn't matter. It's your personal situation that you count. And then we'll get rid of the caste system. if we were to do that. Secondly, the Akhand Bharat, I am against that Akhand Bharat idea.